All right. Good morning, Bitcoin truth seekers and NASDAQ truth seekers and everybody else. Let's see what's going on today. All right. Oh, I am 1 second. I am there now. All right. So it looks like Robert is going to probably be online in a sec. So, anyway, everybody, I need to update it as always. Let me see. Am I live? I'm live. Everything good. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Audio. Yes, you guys can hear me. Perfect. All right. So I always need to update it all the time, but BitcoinDailyView.com, you can find a lot of things that we talk about there, like some of the templates that we use in TradingView, the indicators in TradingView, and other stuff like that. Blockchain education, affiliate link there. It's an affiliate link, but I don't make anything. I just do it because I think blockchain education is cool. So anyway, a lot of stuff there. If you feel like perusing it, do so. All right. Looking at FinBiz this morning, the market's not open yet. We're mostly here. A lot of people are here to see what the NASDAQ is going to do. So the market's got like 5 minutes before it opens. So we're at the looking at the NASDAQ futures. And looks like we are really slightly positive this morning. This is a 5-minute chart, of course, so that's not a lot of time that's getting, pulled in here. But if I fire up a horizontal ray here, boom, we are looking at maybe just starting to, break some previous, highs as we trend sideways. You can also see a lot going on here. The 5-minute chart, of course, we're not looking at a lot of time, but just for, you know what? Let's just be just totally crazy. Let's do something like this. I know I'm being terribly creative with my upwards channel. I know, but you know what? 5-minute chart, and that's pretty rough the way I'm connecting the dots there, but could we see a slight uptrend right now in the 5-minute chart? A little bit. We're working this range, it looks like. Let me see what Robert's doing. Okay. Yeah. Just make sure he's got the link here. Copy link and bonk, just in case he doesn't have it. Anyway, back to the NASDAQ. So that's what we're looking at. Let's see what happens as the market opens. Top step here. How's top step doing? What kind of ranges are we playing with here? I got to fire up my little. Sorry, you guys. I think you guys can still see when I'm doing this. I have to go over to a different file manager, and let me grab my yes, and Robert is here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Robert is here. So it goes to show that chaos has not ruled this morning yet,
Yep. I was actually in the wrong StreamYard link, so.
Oh, that happens. So the market's getting 628, and then looking at the market here, so I like what I'm. Let's see what happens. We're going to see that morning market move.
Yeah, we had an announcement, housing related, this morning at 5:30 a.m. Pacific. So that definitely moved the market. If you look at 2-minute candles, you can see how much it's moved it, and it's still kind of going up. So yeah, it started off at 673 and went up to 735. So we had quite a bit there. Basically a 60-point move, 240 some ticks to the top side since 5:30 a.m. Pacific. It came out of Trendillo Red on the 2-minute at 5:22 a.m. local time.
Yeah, you can really see that move. So we're still seeing some, kind of positive motion here.
Yeah, and we're we're trading our strategies mostly on using the Trendillo. So we start with higher time frames. We look at the 30-minute and say, is the 30-minute Trendillo red or green? If it's not, we go to straight to 5-minute. And if the 5 minutes red or green, it's red right now. So we're looking kind of bullish. Is the 2-minute red or green? No. The 2-minute is kind of going, it's kind of losing steam. So it could actually go either way. Since we are less than a minute before New York Open, I think they're going to push the price down, and then it's probably going to go back up. That's my opinion. Okay, now we have New York Open now. There's the kicker.
Yeah, the 30-minute chart, looks a little neutral, other than an upwards channel kind of. But yeah, the indicators look like kind of neutral, slightly positive. We'll see what happens. And the Trendillo is not red or green. I guess it's kind of neutral. Let's check out let's zoom in on the 1-minute candles here and see what's really happening.
Second, if you want to see what's really happening.
Let's look at 15 seconds. There we go.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Whoa, so we're definitely open in the morning with a little bit of volatility here. You were right. Initially, it's pushing down.
If it breaks a higher high and goes above 738, I'm going to get in on a long. I'm going to set a stop market order. But they are pushing this down right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to actually just make this part of my default open when I open my browser is have Top Step News, open. Moo imbalances. But yeah, let's see. Bam. So yeah, okay, now we're getting a little bit of, this is a good morning.
Yes, it is. Pretty exciting. So we have FOMC coming up, but that's not until, I believe, 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. So FOMC, the market's kind of waiting for that, but I think they are going to get in their licks today as far as pushing the market and making some money.
Yeah. And now we're looking at the 15-second chart. We're back above the the 5-moving average is just now crossing above the 10. Always a little bit positive, and the price is above the 5 and the 10. It wicked up to, it's challenging that 75 moving average. Oh, looks like it's getting rejected right on that right on that 75 moving average. That was quite the rejection.
It is. It said nope. Not right now.
Oh my. And now it's fighting back. Wow, this is really a tough one. This is I guess if I was super hardcore, I'd be kind of seeing this as a range, And
I canceled my stock market order because I don't want to get chopped up in this. I'm going to wait for the market to do what it's going to do on the 2-minute, and then I'm going to use that for my directional bias, because right now they're just fighting over, whether it's going to beat that last high or dump or what it's going to do. It's pretty uncertain right now.
Yeah, the 2-minute is the Trendillo is starting to, this is a short time frame, but that's interesting too, where the 2-minute, if we look at that, we went down to the 75 moving average and kind of found support there. Yeah,
the other thing I'm looking at, Craig, is the 2-minute VWAP. So the 2-minute VWAP is kind of a support area, former resistance. So if it can consolidate around the 2-minute VWAP, I think that they could probably end up pushing the price up. But right now, it's just tapping the VWAP there. It just broke through it in the 2-minute. You can, if you don't have it on your Top Step X, you can just add that by typing in indicators, VWAP, and just add that to your chart. It's pretty useful because VWAP is commonly used on used in the markets for a support and resistance area. Just as
Yeah.
important as the top step levels. You know, last week's high and
Oh, for
yesterday's
sure.
high and low and all that stuff. Value area. So we are coming down. The next area of interest is the settlement. So earlier today, about 15 minutes before the housing announcement, it bounced clean off of settlement just perfectly, which is at about 675. 19,675. So I'm kind of looking for it to come down to that and retest settlement.
Yeah, settlement. I see that. I Yeah, I have that saved. I haven't printed it to make it a little easier, but I have that as an image saved. What the all those lines mean, because this is really, I mean, like I say, I would say that like this is worth what Top Step costs right here. This is wonderful, and so I do need to like study these a little bit more. Like I get what they are, but I think as time goes along, I'll get to know the weight of each of these levels, but this will be kind of an ongoing learning, because so we bounced off settlement just perfectly, and now we've lost the VWAP there in the 2 minute. We didn't quite make it down to the settlement again, but here we are. This is just a crazy push it around morning. Wow. And I wonder if there's any, like, is this an area of, like, this area that we're bouncing right now, is that, I always just call it like an area of I just started calling it just interest, like right around there. You can see where the chart sticks that a little bit. It tends to be a place that something happens. So, are we going to, well, in the 2 minute, the Trendillo is giving a lot back. We're starting to see a little bit of a tangent change there, along with the RSI. I wonder how it looks on the 15-second.
I went long on 15-second.
Oh, it makes sense. 15-second, we have the Trendillo is still in the red, but trending back up. RSI is still a little, well,
Nope.
undecided.
I'm out.
Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah. I was wondering when I saw the RSI get a little bit, it didn't keep its positive tangent. And then if we look at the squeeze indicator, it's still, I mean, it's trending, it's coming back, but it's still deep in the red. We had our death cross on the buy sell indicator. So yeah, are we gonna make this level? Is this where it's gonna want to bounce? How's that? If I look at Top Step X, yeah, we didn't quite make it down to that settlement from yesterday again.
2 minutes still red.
I wonder.
Just turning Trendillo red. 2 minute.
Let's see.
So right at the last low. Trying to bounce there, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to break below it.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is it will have definitely given a lot back if it turns around. I mean, I wonder if we're going to see a. So here's our lower low. Are we going to We're going to. We'll see if we bounce here or not. It's kind of make or break time, because it could be a lower high if it starts to move from here. But if not, well, oh, that's funny. And as especially I think crypto traders will recognize, you've got that perfect BART pattern, up
Yeah,
and
like a
then
BART
down.
head.
Yeah, I've got to be, Yeah, I've always thought the BART heads is just kind of, that's what that's when you got the big money is playing with the retail traders. Wow. Woo. See, I wonder if any big news makes zero head. Let's see. Zero hedge about small town and mid. Yeah. Yeah. Housing starts and permits surged in August as rate cut euphoria emerged. But are we going to see those rate cuts? We don't know. You know, I think housing is a huge is like commercial real estate and housing and such. It's like a tough market. Oh, are we getting some positive
Yeah,
activity
I'm in
here?
a long right here.
Yeah, I think I might do the same. It's a little bit, boom. Yeah, let me push my stop up here. I'll play it it'll be a little bit of a tight one. It's either going to move or it's not.
Yeah, I got a $5 loss on my stop. I got my take profit set at 701 and a quarter.
Yeah. So there we go, everybody. You're watching like we're trading right now. It's pushing. Can I get that stop in the green? There we go.
Final push. Yep.
And sell. There we go. I know I didn't stay in very long.
390 on that trade. 390.
Woo! Wow. I did 107.
Good job.
There we go. Probably if I had the nerve, I'd stay in, but
if you want to know about staying in, you look at 2-minute candles. Wait for 5 and 8 cross or 5 and 10.
Oh, look at that.
I recently changed from a 5 moving average from 5 and 10 moving average, the slow over the longer one. I changed from 5-10 to 5-8, and it gets you in earlier. And then if you want to stay in the trade longer during a long, a nice uptrend, you can change to 2-minute candles and get out there at the bearish crossing. Or you can stay in on 5-minute candles and get out at the bearish crossing, where it, 5 goes back down over the 8. To help you stay in the trade longer. And there we go higher.
Well, I know. I had a feeling I probably could have stayed in, but I was like, I'm just happy making some of the money. I don't need to make all of it.
Yeah, another strategy that's going to be really useful if you have the nerve to apply this is, let's say you get into a long and the price is going up, and it's going to be a nice run. You can basically set your stop loss once it's up. Set your stop loss at 0, and then just let that sucker run and stay in the trade, even if it looks like it's going to roll over, which it just did on the 15-second. It's probably going to just break VWAP right now and just go up, because 2-minute just turned bullish. That means 2-minute is just trying to come out of the Trendilla red. There's the first dark bar on this 2-minute squeeze. Stochastic's getting ready to cross bullish. It is going to be overbought on the shorter time frames, like 15-second. It's going to roll over a bit here, but I think this thing is going to go up because the 2-minute says it's going up.
Yeah, 2 minutes pretty is looking pretty good. I mean, it's given a lot back, and now we're seeing Trendilla still in the red, but it's getting ready to be, but it's going in the right direction. Yeah, the RSI is getting ready to cross the signal, as it's called, I believe. And then squeeze indicator is starting to look a little positive. Buy sell is looking pretty good. And yeah, I hadn't thought about that. I have never. So like the 5 and the 8, huh? Okay.
Yeah, 5 and the 8. And what I do is through the NQMA group, I go into settings, and I'll just share my screen real quick.
Yeah.
If you want to help, this will help anybody that wants to get set up, including you. Set it up this way. So let me go back over to the StreamYard. I'm present, Share screen. Top step X. Okay. So go to top step X, and it basically can not top step X. Sorry, trading view. You can see trading view, right? You can see my trading view screen.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Okay, so you go over here to the legend, click the down caret, go to NQMA plus Blitz. That's the one I have. Go to settings. And then what I did was I've already hard coded, so I only have the 5, 8, 30, 75, 200, and 300. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so 5 and 8 are at the top, most important. Go over to style. My 5 is red, my 8 is yellow. And you can uncheck these and turn them off if you want. And then I got the 75 moving average, which is the fourth one from the top, as kind of a lime green color. So that's basically it.
Yeah.
So
And then, yeah, and for anybody who doesn't have like the NQMA, that's fine. These are all just moving averages. You can add them individually, and do the same thing. Um, but yeah, and then you have the I always forget what that line that's made out of bars is. I have it too, but I don't have it turned on. I probably should.
oh, that's the smoothed HA.
Yeah, the smooth HA. That one, smooth HA.
Yeah, and see that one, you can basically see that it's dark. It's red inside with a yellow border as it goes down, and as it starts to go up, it turns whitish. It's light green inside with a white border.
Yeah.
So that's the basic trend direction. In the NASDAQ, it's real volatile, so it's a little bit tough to trade only that, but you can if you're willing to take some,
Yeah.
because it rarely turns on white if it's really bearish. Of course, it is lagging, so because that's about the 30 MA right there, which is
Okay.
where that indicator's at.
And now we're giving a bit back again.
Yeah,
Quite
because the
quite
15
the
second got overbought.
Yeah. Boom. Oh yeah. Yeah, I should watch the smooth MA a little bit more. Are there any like time frames that works that has like a real weight to it? Like the smooth
Well,
MA on the 2 minute or
I would say during pre-market and slow market, you can pretty easily use the use 2 minute. But if you're in fast markets, the smooth HA will work pretty good for trades on the 1 minute.
Yeah, you can see where you could
Yeah, if you get in right where it starts to smooth out, kind of flatten out
Oh
and go
yeah.
back up. If you got in right there, you couldn't hardly go wrong. And you just stay in it as long as it's white. When it starts to turn color, you just hop out. Of course, it's already down
Yeah.
here. You still get most of that trade, even
Oh
using one.
yeah.
So that's a pretty good one. I would, if I was using only the smooth HA, I'd probably be trading the micro, just so you can take the heat, because you don't want to be underwater like $500 and then the price just goes up anyway and you bailed out because of the fear
Yeah.
factor. But yeah, if you trade micros, you can use a lot of different strategies that you really wouldn't really use by themselves for in the mini NASDAQ. So we are coming
No.
down. I want to kind of keep an eye on this. I think we're getting
Yeah.
ready close to the bottom here on the 15 second. I want to wait for some confirmation. I think it's got a little more downside.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
But yeah,
then
fast markets, 15-second candles are the way to go. All you have to do is just keep checking to see if anything's close to turning on the Trendillo. 30-minute, not on. 15-minute has left the green after a Trendillo squeeze. 5 minute is not on. 2 minute is red. So we are still bearish on the 2 minute. So this is kind of the key thing here. If the 2 minute Trendello is red, you probably do not want to be looking for a long. Probably not even a long scalp, just because if you long scalp it, you're probably going to get lucky, or you could get unlucky. But it's bearish on the 2 minute. So anyway.
Yeah, and the boom. Oh, there we go. So we're watching this thing on the 2 minute. Yeah, it's. I wonder if we'll just see kind of another BART pattern. You know.
Possibly. You mean on the 15-second?
I was looking at well, the 15-second definitely could do it. That and the 2 minute as well. Yeah, we're definitely dumping some more. So that's definitely the 2 minute is showing us that we just don't quite have the energy to make something happen. Well, we do, just to the short side, but
yeah, now it's going up, but it's pretty volatile.
yeah.
I mean, when I was looking at it maybe a minute ago, thinking this might be a nice long here, then it paints this, fairly big red candle, and then just goes up anyway.
Yeah.
So that was the reversal probably right there on the 15-second, and it's probably going to shop higher. And if you kind of keep looking at all these things and going back and forth between 2 minute, 5 minute, and just kind of really talking to yourself about what it's doing, you're gonna stay on top of the feel of the market. Now it's gonna go up right here.
Oh yeah, looking at the 15-second.
Yeah, there's some fighting in this area here, but it's generally going to go up.
And the 2 minutes looking pretty good. I mean, it's in the red still, but the RSI just crossed the signal on the 2 minute. Squeeze indicators beginning to look a little positive. Yeah, I guess when you're playing like the long game, and especially after you get a dump, you're always like, has it given enough back to make that turnaround yet?
Yeah, it's also likely to kind of chop around in here. But what I'm looking for is for the 2 minute to start coming out of the red, and it's going to do it now. So that's part of the push we're looking for. Yeah, I wish I could have caught that last, that 15-second where it had the reversal.
Yeah.
I could have caught the bottom of that, which happened to be the last 15-second low. That was the entry right there. So, I mean, to see candle bodies like this that are the same level, red and then green, that's usually a reversal. Like
okay.
9 times out of 10.
It's looking good on the 15-second, but
Yeah, but it looks a little bit.
Well, it's right there. It's right there meeting that previous high, which is
resistance.
Yeah, resistance.
Yeah.
It looks like it's probably on a.
It's commonplace for them to try to short it.
Yeah.
So one of the lessons I learned is don't try to trade these little breakouts. Unless the market really, has been attempting it already and couldn't do it and went down and then it's trying that area again. Unless you're certain it's going to break out, you're probably just going to find yourself underwater on a long, like what just happened. So that kind of told me to not take that just yet. If I was going to take this, I would probably possibly set a stop market order above 711, probably 712, 713. So when you get that little breakout, then it's going to challenge the last high, which is 729. Yeah, 729. But it's coming down anyway. All the indicators say now on the 15-second that it's rolled over, temporarily coming down. So then I'm going to go and check the 2-minute. It's still Trendillo red. And it is. So when you're Trendillo red on the 2-minute, it means you're short-term trending bearish.
Yeah.
You really want to be looking for shorts mostly, but you could take long scalps in here too. But you have to be careful because it's probably only going to give you a bit, and then you're going to.
Yeah.
So 2-minute now is starting to come out of the. If you can kind of hold this price area or above, it'll be out of the 2-minute Trendillo.
And it is on the 2-minute candles. It is. It's working on that 75 moving average. It's working on challenging that. So.
Yep.
That could be. Yeah. So the 5 and the 8 moving average, and the 5 and the 10 moving average. So 5 and the I'll also experiment with the 8 moving average as well. The 5 and the 8, that would be quicker to see those crosses. Let's see. Are we getting some energy now on the 2-minute?
We should be getting some upward move because the 2-minute says it's probably going to go up.
Yeah.
So bull signal on the 2-minute. The squeeze is starting to improve the squeeze momentum. So we're right there at the threshold of this thing popping. So yeah, I think it's going to go up.
Yeah. Especially if it clears that that 75 moving average, if it can push past that, which isn't too far away. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. So there's the push right there.
And boom. Yeah. How far is it going to push? Yeah.
So I think the bulls could take over here, possibly. 15 seconds kind of mixed. The Trendillo doesn't look like it really is coming up because it follows the price action pretty closely. It's not as lagging. So I think it's not quite ready to break through that 712 area.
Yeah, and it's yeah, I don't think so. On the 15-second chart, it went down to visit the 75 moving average again.
Yes, it did.
So
Good
is it
point.
gonna? Yeah, so it might want to. I don't know. We'll see. That's the second time it's bounced off that recently. So
Let's see here. Okay, so 5-minute is not turned on red or green. 2-minute still red, barely. Still kind of chopping around in here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a indecisive morning so far. Like the Dow is down 0.26, NASDAQ is up 0.11, S&P 500 it's down 0.03, Russell 2000 is up 0.11. So it's kind of one of those mornings that nothing exactly has happened yet. Like none of the big guys are. I haven't looked at the big players like Nvidia. What's that guy doing? Nvidia sideways. Apple, kind of sideways. Microsoft, and just not much has really happened yet.
Well, if you look at the 5-minute NVIDIA, I think that looks kind of bullish to me.
Okay, 5-minute
And the
NVIDIA.
15-minute looks bullish on the NVIDIA as well.
Oh, okay.
And
So yeah.
NVIDIA is a really big influencer. I think it's even actually number one now. It's beat Apple. Apple was number one for a long time. Now NVIDIA is number one. Apple's number two. And then the other big players are Microsoft, Google, Meta. So that's, I don't know if that's probably not in order, but NVIDIA actually does look short-term bullish to me.
Okay, NVIDIA's looking pretty good then. All right. Oh, Apple open. Okay, so Apple, this thing's doing a little bit better than I thought. So Apple did open up. It's made a little gain this morning.
Yeah, it opened with a gap. Not sure why that is, but I have heard talk about new contracts opening for other stocks. I think some of these or all of these stocks are looking at October contracts, although I don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% up on that. I just kind of echo what I've heard from other traders. Yesterday we did have, actually not yesterday, Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific was the start of the new NQ contract, NQC, which is the December contract. So now all of the volume and liquidity is rolling over from that old contract to the December contract. So we're getting some volatility in the NASDAQ. So we just had a push and it rejected.
Yeah.
Through there.
My camera died.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping that thing. I have to tape it better to the top here.
Maybe you should give it Ritalin. I heard that might help
know.
with hyperactivity.
Or give it some like Viagra or something.
No, that'll just make it horny. You don't want to do that. It'll be all up in your face. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, don't use Viagra. It's bad.
I know. Don't my camera that eager,
Yeah.
Well, it's 7:01, so of course I have to run, but we made it happen this morning. Looked at the NASDAQ, got in a good trade or two, and yeah, and I imagine I'll see if you're around Friday, I'll send an invite out, and if we can hop on, we'll make it happen Friday as well.
Yeah, Friday sounds good.
All right. Well, we'll see. Well, this is a good morning. We'll see. I think eventually this thing is going to make a little bit. I don't know, just high octane speculation, but I think eventually it's going to make a bit of a run towards the positive side. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with the FOMC, what the great overlords have to tell us.
Yeah, this is FOMC day, and I think that's coming up in 4 hours. So
yeah.
I probably won't be here, but I'm not real fond of trading FOMC meeting minutes.
Oh no, that's
because it's a bunch of keywords they're using to influence the algorithms. Yeah, we are coming down a bit.
Look at that. Lucky you weren't along just then. Jeez.
Yeah, we could retest settlement and then, who knows what.
Yeah.
Or it could roll over.
It seems like a lot of I know it's an FOMC day. It does seem like there's always that just kind of holding pattern. Of course, if there's volatility, there's money to be made. But yeah, maybe we'll just kind of do something like this until those meeting minutes. It makes sense. We'll see what happens. I never watch. I just hear about it afterwards. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to sit there, and I really don't care to listen to those old reptilians.
Well, you got that right. Yeah. So this is the first day that I've actually traded a news event for a very long time. I set a stop market order just before 5:30 Pacific, and of course it hesitated after that, so I made like $10 or something. And I just got out and I said, no, I don't want it to spike down and be underwater $300. So
no, I get it.
I should have stayed in because. I should have stayed in the trade because that 5:30 a.m. Pacific trade was pretty big.
It would have been legendary. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been really nice. It would have been Now let's see here. 522. Yeah, about right there. So if I could have just stayed in it even 10 minutes, I could have got 150 ticks out of it. You know, it would have been a $750 trade at one unit.
Oof, been
So
massive. Yeah. You know, or a righteous stop loss too, you know. So,
yeah,
well,
or a stop loss at 0 if I would have waited another minute instead of getting out at
yes,
15 seconds.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy the sideways market, and I'll see you Friday.
All right, Craig.
All right, take it easy.